Okay. Well, I've tried to fix it, but it looks like I can't get my Streamlabs remote control working, so I'm just going to switch over. Oh, looks like we've got some other stuff we need to hide as well. That's good. It's all got a bit funky. There we go. Connect everything up. Looks like no heart rate. It's died again. So we're going to be 0. Right. Got there in the end. So, what happened to us last time? We got stuck on a boss fight with a sewer beast. And I think what we're going to do is try and level up a little bit by doing some side quests. We can level up quickly by choosing to feed on a poor innocent civilian. But we're trying to avoid that if we can. There's a few skulls about, like I'm clearly in the wrong place. I still haven't figured out how to sneak up. There we go. Requires more stov. Yeah, quite possibly. Can't feed on stov, you'd explode. Stov's too powerful. Blood quality is too high. There we go. At least the hospital's healthy, eh? So this is the dude.
Hey, Doc.
That murdered somebody. And he's kind of evil. So, I mean, we could... He's like the leader of a gang, so I suppose we could mesmerize him and go murder him, but then that makes us a murderer.
I'll leave
he
you.
is, right? I'm playing as a British Army officer that has somehow become a vampire. So this other mission that we have is to either hide the fact that Dr. Tippett's accidentally killed a patient, or to tell Tippett's that he needs to resign and then he leaves the hospital and we're a staff member down. So my choices are allow a doctor that's getting a bit senile and is starting to make mistakes to stay in the hospital because this hospital is understaffed, which is irresponsible, or allow him to stay here because it was one mistake, even though it did resolve in a death, and Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan says that we can't do without the doctors. Hard choices. What do you think, Dungeon T?
We must prove what we are capable of. It is now or never.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening.
Destroy him? Destroy him? Destroy his whole career? Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse.
Well,
Call me if
I wasn't
you need
expecting you to say that. I thought you'd want to hide his mistake, maybe. I didn't realize you were ruthless like that. Oh, there's an unknown over here. We can't speak to them yet, though. Right. Okay. So if that's what we're doing, even after I explained it, I think you're probably right. Let's go find him and break the news. It's not Waverly Ackroyd. It's not Harvey Fiddick. Not Strickland. It's Tippett's. We need to find Dr. Tippett's and tell him it's time to resign because you killed somebody. You know, and we cannot, in all good conscience. Ah, see, he's hiding now. He heard you, I think. He's gone somewhere to hide. Maybe he's upstairs in his office. Let's go see if we can see him. This is our office at the end of the hall. Dr. Tippett's.
It's locked.
He's locked himself in his office. We won't see him again. I know what he looks like. He's probably out the front with the patients. It's time for your career to end, Dr. Tippett's. There he is, Corcoran Tippett's. Well, this decision's on you.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
It wasn't me.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
So, although it says I'll cover for you, what this means is I don't get him in trouble, but we do ask for him to, hand in his resignation.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
That's reasonable. So we don't even lose him straight away. It's just after the, Brilliant. Okay, yeah. No, that's good. Good decision, Dungeon T.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus.
Oh, there you go.
Such
Yeah.
a
Get out of
beautiful
London.
island. I could buy a
Do you know
house
what?
there by the sea.
We've substantially
Read
improved this guy's
poetry
life.
and wait for death.
Oh, and wait for death. All right, that was a bit dark.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
There we go. So we should go and find the nurse and tell her the bad news.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening,
Stov was
Doctor.
right. Praise be Stov.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor.
No
Just like the
murdering.
patients.
Do you know it is possible? I could go down like a completely evil route and then literally just take everybody off and murder them. That is a genuine thing I could do. Yeah, so it doesn't look like she's got anything else to say. Tell me about the staff.
I'm not familiar
Stov
with
again
all the staff
demands
yet.
it. This
Perhaps
poor
you could
old
help.
guy, he's been
Brilliant
saving people's
professionals,
lives. He just
most
made
of
one
them.
mistake and you want me to
Dr.
cart him
Swansea
off
has a
and-
gift for recruiting
Oh.
talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, Nurse?
It would be
What about the
inappropriate
patients?
for me to
He's going to
speak
be
ill
treating
of
the
a colleague.
patients until the end of the pandemic. I can't murder him because it might murder somebody who deserves to live.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett's. He should be a
There you go.
standard
See?
for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Ah. So there was more hints.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know...
No, I may disagree.
Goodbye, Nurse.
See, I'm concerned I made a decision too early there because we've got another option. Let's go see him again and trigger that.
Young again. Just a dozen years or so.
Good evening,
Tippett.
Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any
Biter.
good news to share?
Just being asked to murder everybody. You guys are bloodthirsty. So there was another hint.
Have you heard?
You're exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
So much fighting. You have nothing to prove. Your attitude is irresponsible. Nurse Brannigan is worried. You have nothing to prove.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett, to anybody. And we all praise your experience. Please, have some rest.
I am perfectly fine, and I am not too old for this job.
What is the Pembroke...
This hospital...
I can't say I'm thrilled to be working here, but to be honest, I didn't have much of a choice.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Secrets. Everybody's keeping secrets.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Oh.
Any opinion about the management?
I
nice
don't always
1900s,
agree with Dr. Swans's
attitudes there.
reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Doctor.
Doctor...
Let me just check if I didn't unlock any more hints.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Let's go back to the nurse. Where's she gone?
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Callaghan fella.
He's on the run. Yeah, we'll find you, nurse. There's Pippa Hawkins. There she is.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
He looks very disturbed. Do you think she knows
Goodbye,
I'm a vampire?
nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
The other thing is, I'm not too sure. They might be, they might actually be too strong for me to take away and murderize anyway. If anybody needs to participate,
When I get
it's this
back,
guy.
I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
Right, he's the gang boss. Unless we're just playing evil. This lady's a vampire. They're both recovering because we sorted them out. So you can see their level there. My mesmerize level is only 1, so if I actually wanted to memorize or mesmerize, who is it? Nurse Brannigan. Yeah, so I need level 2 for Corker and Tippett, so we couldn't even do it if we wanted to. Brannigan's level 5, so they just get confused. Thomas Elwood we could take away, but he's a war veteran, so I don't see. Seems a bit harsh, you know. Dyson Delaney has fatigue, so there's somebody we need to cure there, but I don't know where he's from. If you eat everyone, you will save the day. If I eat everyone, then I'm not really a doctor anymore, am I? I'm supposed to be healing them. I'm resisting the urge and eating rats instead. So we need to find a treatment for a headache, which I think we can go upstairs and craft. We've got a few cures to go and make. To be fair, if I eat everyone, I'll have nobody left to heal. So, I mean, I guess that means you're finished. But yeah, you've got that mesmerized level. So you got to sneak them off somewhere. You can't just eat them where they are. Anemia, sepsis, pneumonia, bronchitis, cold. We haven't unlocked it yet. We need to unlock the treatment for a headache. We could make these. Make ourselves a couple of serums. There we go, so that should allow us to heal up. Got all these weapons. Can we upgrade anything? Can we upgrade our hacksaw yet? We need a one common handle part. Why don't we try and do that? Okay, let's go buy some stuff. The ambulance guy outside, I think, has some parts, and so does the morgue doctor downstairs, Chandra. See. What do you see? That's Thomas Elwood. We could fight him, but it seems really tight. So, Rakesh Chidana, that's the guy. I keep saying Chandra. I need to not. Let's go see him. See if he's got some goodies. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Please show me what. Of course.
So he's the one with the chemicals, so we don't need him right now. But maybe we should learn a bit more about him. Wonder if he knows anything.
Have we met before? I don't think so, sir. Why? When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead. Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago.
No.
You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
We've murdered our sister.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses? Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone. An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh. Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Oh, a new hint.
How did you get this job? After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Back.
Do you work here alone? Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open. Why close the
I wonder
hospital's
if we can
main
reopen
morgue?
it.
It was for sanitary reasons after the
We have
beginning of
been
the
in there.
epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
You think he's the big bad guy behind it? You're convinced that Rakesh Chidana has brought the entire disease and vampirism as well? Because we're going through a flu epidemic as well. Like, everything's happening right now.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see he's level 4.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while
I don't
alive.
think he deserves it.
For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said,
Okay,
sir,
see you in a minute.
everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
I'm not sure about me. I'm a vampire.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed, I am a foolish man,
Mr. Chidana.
but I like to
Chidana, there you
think
go.
otherwise.
Thank you, Mr. Chidana. You've taught us some things.
Goodbye, Mr.
Let's go and talk to the ambulance driver.
This shift never ends.
I'll remember all their names eventually, because it seems like we're going to see them quite a bit. He should be out the front. He was out the front. This is his usual sort of area. There he is, Milton Hooks.
This is no time for
Hey, Milton.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Still trying, mate. Yep. I would like to trade.
I'd like to
these.
see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
I would like one common handle part and one common trigger part. I'll take that common handle part as well. Cool, that'll do us for now. That should allow us to upgrade our primary weapon. Our bone saw. We'll do a little bit more damage. I'm not sure if it'll be enough, but with the serums as well, we might just have what we need to go and kill the sewer beast. Clean up the area a little bit. Oh! When did that get blown open? I don't remember doing that. We'll check it out in a minute. Oops. Oh, okay. There we go. Common hacksaw. Level 2. Cool. That should improve us a little bit. 75 damage. So the used scythe is still better, but this means we also have an offhand, which gives us the ability to stab. But the good news is, I think I can upgrade my stake as well. The Liston knife gives me blood absorption, but I think I'd rather have stun. Oh, and then I can upgrade with a specific as well. So increased stun or enhanced handling. More stun. Cool, okay. We have a common stake. That should improve everything slightly. As long as we select it. Cool. So yeah, how did this get opened? I don't remember us busting it open. Is it meant to be a shortcut in and out for me? Wonder if I drop down here. Oh, look at that! I just go straight back to my office from the ground floor.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay. I don't know how to do that. Cool. Go back to the sewers then. Give it another go. Yeah, I've got no manual saves. It's all automatic saves. So, the skull that we killed, we could go through there. But we know he's actually all the way back round here. Some citizens may have quests for you if you talk to them. They always reward your help. That's good. So we know we've got blood and we've got healing. So... is the dude still down there? Why hasn't he left yet?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Maybe I need to come back to heal him. I know he's got a headache. I just need to find that cure. I do want to figure out this. There needs to be a button for walk. Hold is Q. Okay, toggle walk is B. Why is anyone's business? I have no idea. Let's toggle walk with B. Do you know what? I'm gonna rebind that because we've got 2 mice keys. Let's do toggle walk up on that one. Yes. Toggle walk. Okay. Now it's on our mouse button, so we can discreetly walk through and run into a skull, block him on. It might be wishful thinking, but I think we might have killed him faster. Oh, more regen serums. Okay. I don't know how many I can hold. If I eat these rats, it should allow me more blood when I go down here. Oh, rest to evolve. Oh no, yeah, no, we're going back. Look, I've got 2,000 XP points. We can actually level up and have a much better chance of beating this boss. I didn't even realise. So let's run back home quickly. Shouldn't take us long. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Everybody's here, all 4 of you. Appreciate the presence. We are a 1900s World War veteran that has come back, and we've been turned into a vampire. It's all going wrong.
Go back home, idiot!
Okay. And when we got turned into a vampire, it looks like we bit our sister, so that's bad. And then we ended up running through the streets away from some scary people. And then we got recruited into this struggling hospital called the Pembroke. Because we used to be a well-regarded blood specialist doctor. And I guess now we are again. I'm going to go the shortcut up to my bedroom around the side
Perhaps I should
and go to bed. It's up there, look. So as soon as we get the option, there we go, zoop! And then we'll go to bed. Okay, so what do we need? I was definitely finding that I was running out of stamina, and that was troublesome. I'm going to do at least 2 of those. Because the more I have of that, the more I can dodge. Fighting, regeneration, science. You can now carry 3. Those would both be useful. That I like the look of. How much does that cost? That costs 500. I think we should get it. Back with whiskey. Welcome back. I've got some fancy beer myself. I've got some Salt Huckaback New England IPA, which is hazy. It's a hazy IPA. That's the kind of guy I am. So we can do another 500 to get another spring, but I think we should check out some other abilities. Maybe we should upgrade our claws ability. That costs 2,000. Maybe we shouldn't. Bite only works when we stun, so I don't think it's going to help us with this. Let's go up a health bracket. And we've got 600 there. Blood capacity? I mean... maybe? Or blood spear? All of the blood abilities rely on us actually having blood, which I don't think we're going to have for this boss fight, really. So, we're going up to level... Why is that like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3? I don't know. We're doing a little bit. So that's another 600. Can't do claws yet. Can we improve our barrier? No, that's 1,300. Shadow Veil. So this allows us to go sneaky beaky, and that's 500. Maybe we should save. We'll save that, and then when we've got a few more points, we'll come back and get something good. And what I'm hoping is 2 points in health and 2 points in stamina should get us a lot better off. Major district events. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to have to heal more people. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district's health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide a district's fate. Okay, so if we don't murder people at every opportunity we get, then districts are healthier. So we've cured 2 people. That's good. This guy still has a headache. You can see all the different regions. So Dorothy's left. She's gone somewhere else. He's the pillar of the communities. Okay, yeah, so of the hospital, Dr. Edgar Swansea, and then you've got Sean Hampton. We need to find Dyson Delaney as well. We can already cure fatigue, so I think it would be a good idea to have a fatigue cure on our person, just in case we run into him. So then we can heal him straight away. So, crafting, cure for fatigue, sodium hypochlorite. Okay, tell a lie. We don't have any sodium hypochlorite, so we're going to have to wait. Let's go do this boss battle. I say that as if I'm guaranteed to win. Did I name the hospital? I did not. This is just the name of the hospital. Okay, let's try this stealth thing out. No, he's over there, he's looking at us. What I'd like to know is if this stealth attack will work. I am at the dock, yeah. This is a Pembroke Hospital dock. I don't think he's going to turn around, is he? Yeah, get wrecked. We got him. Oh, there's loot here. We're in the Poplar sewers. We're going to creep nice and slow, so we don't alert any scowls. There's one up there. And there's one round this corner. Yeah, it doesn't look like stealth possible in this case. Do you know, like, we definitely seem to be doing more damage now. That's a plus. Okay. Let's go see what we can see. Oh, here he is.
What sort of creature is this?
Okay. I have a blood shield. No! Fucking crap! Well, I'm definitely feeling like we have to stand. Get some help. Oh, I can bite him. Yeah, we're definitely doing better than we were before. Oh, he dodged us. Down in the back, it's quite an attack. I'm gonna die. No! No! Get away! Get away! Get away from me! I'm stabbing myself with every serum I have. We're definitely doing damage to it. Oh my god. I'm gonna die! We're so close! I'm gonna die! Come on, auto-paging, there we go. Come on. Oh no! Get up! Yes! I think we did it! Yay! Is that a werewolf?
Here's
I
what's
think it might be a
left.
lichen. I don't know what it is.
Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Okay. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. Das Sudeti Borhav Sinu yeah, no.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Okay, that's Nurse Crane. She's got some secrets. Is there any loot down here, considering we just won that boss fight? Doesn't feel like there is. What's that up there? Is that a thing? Can we get up there? That looks like that's where he came in. But hey, we did it. No loot for all of that. I heard a rat. Nom 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 nom. Give me a Mr. Rat. There we go. We'll heal ourselves with our own blood. Yes. Okay. Reach Whitechapel is our next mission. There's still the guy down there, but I don't know how we research that headache thing, so maybe we just need to proceed and then come back for him. $240 meters to Whitechapel.
Easy.
Oh dear, I'm gonna die again. Oh, this game's hard. Run away! Back to the hospital? Or are we somewhere else? Oh yeah, that's a skull. Yeah, we're somewhere else. We're not at the hospital. There we go. Back to safety. We still haven't been to the top floor of the place yet. We need to find some more sodium tartrate. Not that. The Hydra, whatever it is. I want more health, because I feel like we're just getting absolutely beasted. And more blood. More blood. Oh, there we go. We got some serums back. Just for sleeping. Right. So we have to go this way, it seems. Enter at your own risk. I'm going around. That was good. We can just sneaky on behind him. Is this a safe house? Oh.
Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands!
This doesn't seem like somewhere I want to be. Yeah, there's no snake. They're level 13. I'm definitely not supposed to be this.
Get away from me!
He's level 14. I'm level 9.
With your disgusting hands!
Let me out of here. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to fight.
Help! Some damn strangers are attacking me! Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands!
Well, we got him. We had some stuff. I guess those guys have gone back to eating whatever they were eating upstairs. And now this thing's open. Oh, hello. It's a dude.
What? What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
Charos
What are
is
you
playing
doing
Command
here?
and Stop Conquer.
This place
That
is
sounds
not
fun.
safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
There we go. Should we do a medical checkup? He's got a cold. But we can't treat cold yet. 30% loss of mortality. Oh, no! Oh, I didn't want to. I did not mean to do that. Release him. That's how you murderize him. We'll wait for somebody who really deserves it.
You had better return to...
Safety isn't really an issue.
You had better return...
Safety.
Didn't mean to speak to him again. There we go. Off we go. I think we rescued the guy. There's a lot of loot. Way more loot than there was in the sewers. I can still hear the eating sounds from these guys. Well, I thought I pressed dodge then, but apparently not. You have been defeated. make me have to do all this again. Oh, we got through. We'll see now if it still retains the progress.
You had better return to Whitechapel without delay. It will be safe.
Safety.
It does. That's good news. So even if we die, we don't have to speak to the people we did before. Oh, there we go. Little mini side mission. We met somebody. Let's get out of here. That guy over there sees me. You can see his like sort of vision following me. I don't know if they get automatically triggered because they're all looking at me.
Steady, boys! We've got one over here!
I also don't like the locking system. Right, well he's fighting the Scowl. Let's defeat the Scowl. So we only have to focus on one. The Scowl seems to be coming after me. What's he gonna do in this situation? Focus on me. Focus on each other. He's level 18, he's the other one. Oh, bugger off. Why are you triggered on me? He's right there. I'll be miles away. Let's just let them duke it out and then I'll scrap with the last one. No, no, bugger off. Right here, leave me alone. Kill him. Stop him. What? Bugger off! Oh, there we go. Stop doing ring around the rosies. Fight each other, not me. Come on, there we go, there we go. Yeah. I'm not really here, guys. Oh no. No, no, you stay down there. That's it. No, I want no part of this. Ring around the rosies. Pocket full of posies. No, leave me alone. 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 Can I zip up there? No, apparently not. E, F, F. Zoop. Can I go through this door? Yes. Okay. Now what? I'm breathing very heavily. He loves ya. They're stop hunters. Yeah, they're after me. Can't blame them really. They're trying to save everybody.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, it's locked, but this is where I'm supposed to go. So what do I do? Let a brother breathe. I know. He's slowly regenerating health over time. But I can't even do autophagy to try and drink my own blood and bring myself back to life. If I go back out there, it's just going to trigger him again. I thought this was where I was supposed to go. It's locked.
I cannot enter.
He's gonna die. Yeah, his health is low, yeah. The stamina bar is the one in the middle, the one at the bottom is the blood meter, and the one at the top's the health. So maybe I have to go to the right and round? If we go up there... Oh, crap. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Come here. Come here, rat.
This is despicable.
It might be despicable, but it will save our lives. We can rest on that bed, which is good. We still don't have enough hypochlorite or opium. Where's the opium? Right, let's rest. That should heal us up. It will respawn all the enemies as well, but... Get the opium, absolutely. There we go, that's healed us up.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I have to, because I need the blood.
This is despicable.
Is it not less despicable than eating people there?
See them fancy clothes? Reach! I'm killing them! Anything on the beast!
Okay, one more. Unless he hits us with a bayonet. Stun is what you want. Stun into the bite. We're having much better time with the stuns with him. Yes! There we go. Alright, that's how you do it. Big guy, stun him until you can bite him. And then that gives you blood as well. Remember the 5 Ds. Duck, dive, dodge, dip, and dodge. Is that right? You say dodge twice, right? Okay. So we're still wandering around in Whitechapel. 71 meters in this direction is where we gotta go. Just having a look around. Influenza and pneumonia, everybody's sick.
More and more of these blood leeches every night. Aye. But the gods recruit more and more.
Why do you have to fight them?
This is no place for a gentleman.
Can I go underneath? No, there's more down there. Sneaky beaky, sneaky beaky, sneaky beaky. Sneaky beaky, sneaky beaky, sneaky beaky.
It's too strong.
pressed it. No, I don't want that one. I want these ones.
That leech is fast!
Roger the wall. So he's a boss. Okay. No, dodge. Stamina's where it's at. I just need the ability to keep dodging. Come on, bite. Why am I not able to bite? Right, we got one. We're doing okay. I missed that. Okay, last one. Just the boss. Don't hit me with that. Oh, he's got a shield. What do I do about the shield?
More and more of these.
What was that weird pause? Right in. Oh, I hate this shotgun. How does he keep timing that better than me? Yes! We defeated the wall. We got him. That's good. Alright. We have to go... I guess we can go up here. I don't know why we go up here.
It's locked.
It's locked. We don't need to be up. So, we can either go through that way or through this way. This looks more like the direction we're supposed to be going in. We're running low on blood, so we need to find some rats. Ratus.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Petrescu, okay. I'm also going bin rubbaging. Grease and screws. Large box of peels. Grabbing peels. Can I go up there? Yes, I can. There was no reason for me to go up here. Unless it's to go down there. That's the reason. Let's walk. So as to not trigger anything. Any loot? No? What was the point in this area then? Oh, it's got a few shillings. 5 shillings. All of that just for 5 shillings, really? A lot of angry people up there.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Murder!
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Okay, so he shot him and then walked off. Let's talk to this guy.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me.
Oh, there we go.
I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital?
If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. If she's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Okay.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
It's all a bloody joke. What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
You should not feel ashamed. These are barbaric methods. Yeah.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
He's given us a new hint.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
That's his son?
Do you know no...
It's funny, I've been searching for it.
Really?
Word is she ain't real. She's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal...
A gun, alcohol,
real. We've met
and
her.
a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now. I'll just give you this lecture. Despite your life falling apart.
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy.
Let's give him a checkup.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Fatigue. Treatment for fatigue required. Okay. I need to craft some treatments.
I will see you. Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets.
Where
Not
do
me.
they go?
When science fails you.
Good evening,
Check
Benji.
over.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Migraine.
I will see you later.
I want to find these
A
gears.
gun, alcohol, and...
Proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Oh, is this a snake oil saleswoman?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Is that right?
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I'm perfectly fine thanks to my miraculous elixir. You, on the other hand, look pale and tired, Doctor.
She's healthy, I've just called her ill. That's a bit rude. Oh well.
I'd like to see what...
Oh, so she has got goodies. Oh, she's got codeine. We know we need some hypochlorite. It's so expensive. If I could get them somewhere nearby. There's probably one near the lady we've got to go and find. Cadogan Bates. He's the one we were supposed to avoid. Apparently he's a bad person. Maybe this will be our first murder.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
Well, he's a landlord. That's enough for me. Why'd you seem so happy?
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
A pimp? That's not good.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good
Private
family.
healthcare model
Don't want to
there.
get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swanborough shit.
Yes, and they shouldn't.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Hey.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't
This
be
was the
around
guy that
next
we
time
found
to
behind the
save you.
stairs in the other room.
I'm looking for
Dorothy Crane.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
What a bastard.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Okay.
Goodbye.
We might cure him and then sort him out later. Use him for XP.
What? What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Okay.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working.
Okay, there he is. He has bronchitis. There she is. Nurse Crane.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Well, we know what he's up to. Just quickly, gonna get the TikTok window open just to make sure. There we go. We'll head on back.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
Richard Nethercott
Nearby
or
the
Clayton
church
Darby?
they just mentioned.
Near the church, 70 meters in that direction. Two unknowns. Let's go meet the unknowns.
Please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the... Welcome, sir.
I am
Doctor?
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see.
Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
Healthy.
Right then.
Always got a few bits and bobs. Can't afford it though. I need money. Go talk to this fella.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks.
Ah,
I'm their
we know their
muscle
boss.
for their dirty work.
We've sorted out his boss.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ah, okay.
May I ask what you do?
I'll do whatever I want.
According to you...
Not familiar with this, neighbour.
This part of town does have quite a...
Totally. Look,
There we go. No hints yet.
Goodbye.
Let's go talk to the other guy.
I should never have taken
You should have unlocked a hint for him.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose...
There we go.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
What's Joe's story?
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
No one has ever stood up to
And
him.
no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
We've learned a bit about Wet boys. Okay. Somebody we don't know yet. And somebody else we don't know yet. Let's meet the
Excuse
first
me,
one.
sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to
He's the
Whitechapel.
reporter.
But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Your investigation in London. No newspapers speak about the epidemic.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed.
I agree.
So much
is
for
a
the
disgrace.
glorious British Empire.
Freedom of the press. You should be allowed to report on everything that's happening. The only factor should be whether it's true or not.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Okay.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just
That's a good
concerned
answer.
about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Thought he was being followed.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Fatigue. Okay.
I will see you later.
Plenty of people that need healing.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
It's on the list.
Farewell.
We'll make a big batch of cures whenever we can.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan
I have a feeling
Reed,
this is going to be a
and
quick
I just
conversation.
have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade?
As a true believer.
Okay.
I have had an...
Don't go in the church this way then. He's behind the church. Who's this? This is the journalist. Who's just walked over here. Okay. Oh, there's three. Lots of bitings. Oh yes. Okay, 3 scales taken down. Several blood samples. Okay, so we're still looking for a guy behind the church. Find Richard in the area. I'll be Richard.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Richard.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Camellia. Okay, we've got a new person to meet.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives, how she survives, whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
I do think. I'd much rather be a 1900s war veteran vampire doctor. Reality's a lot less interesting than that.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes.
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
Dorothy Crane.
What can you tell me about an old man called
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes...
Righto.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Good evening.
And good evening.
Forgot to do his medical
Do you need
checkup.
medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
He has a cold.
I will see you later.
So many folks in need of
I'll
help.
leave you.
There are worse sicknesses than a cold. Okay. Back out we go. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Hidden in the flowers. Is this her? This is Camellia. She won't have much to say to us, will she?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
She's unable
I
to
know
speak.
what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Can we do a medical checkup?
You don't seem to need my medical attention for now.
Okay.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu.
Well, am I going to give her any sort of method of communicating with me?
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Great. Okay. Just tell me nothing.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Yeah, amazing. Good chat that was, wasn't it? We got a lot of information. Let's go rummaging in the bin. Darius Petrescu's letter. Oh, there we go. That's a hint.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
There we go. We have learnt the truth. Let's see if we can get into the place again. So the church is up there, yeah. We've just come all the way around the side.
So pale, my lord. Would you like me to revive you?
Oh.
Don't be shy, handsome.
Is this a lady of the night?
What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Oh dear. Your life in London. What about your health?
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Well,
do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Fatigue. Okay. Well, fatigue's not too bad.
I will see you later.
We can potentially help with that later on. Personal questions. Clayton's Darby's investigation.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Okay then.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me?
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Goodbye, miss.
You again?
Have you heard?
Dorothy,
could you please?
She's in the...
Goodbye.
There we go. We got the answers we needed. Let's go talk to Darius Petrescu. And charm our way through the door.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
I can mesmerize him at level 2, but I'm not going to do that.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are.
You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
I won't. It's okay. We've already met. There we go. We're in his house. Has he got any cool loot? Yes, we'll steal his shillings. He won't regret letting us in if we steal his stuff. There's a safe right there. Do we open it right in front of him? Of course we do. When we take his pills. He doesn't care. Sorry, Demetrius. Do I talk to you first, now that you've let me in?
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must...
We've not been formally introduced.
I am Darius Petrescu.
So Dorothy's...
Like myself and many people in this area.
She seems important.
More than you can imagine.
She's from occupied Romania.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired.
He has bronchitis.
Well... Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything.
I do.
Do you have any family left, Mr.
Who knows?
This war won't...
No.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago.
It's quite awkward to talk about our...
It is. It is quite awkward.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Interesting. A Romanian band of immigrants, including Dorothea, who is a nurse at our hospital. Let's go speak to her. She's over here. Just have a quick look around with our vampire stuff. She's at the top. Dorothy Crane's dispensary. Okay, so a few sick people. Anybody we can treat? Shows their hearts, but if I can just roll straight over to them. Some medicine and bits that I might be able to turn into something useful. Bed over there. Some shillings. Feels weird to be a doctor and just like go around looting this place. Potassium permanganate. Permanganate.
Can you hear my voice?
Permanganate? I don't know. Teach me the medical words. Yeah, I gotta make sure to read things because it triggers hints. Oh, she's trying to hold somebody down. So let's completely ignore her for a minute and go and take all this stuff.
I need help!
Okay, I'm coming.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
Is he turning into a skull?
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
I'm gonna do some doctoring.
What can I do, Doctor?
I must perform. Do we have any anesthetics?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
Are you gonna do it? Okay. Tracheotomy.
I need to
putting a
perform
hole in his
tracheostomy.
throat so he can breathe.
Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
What would you suggest?
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
Oh, I'm getting thirsty.
I can't see.
I must search the artery.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding.
That was fast.
How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage now.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
That means press his heart, right? To bring his pulse back. I thought that made sense. No! I was supposed to use epinephrine? Oh! Boo!
We've lost the pulse.
No, let me do it again.
He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
No, we bloody didn't. You should have squeezed
Everything
his
you
heart.
could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse
for
beside the
fuck's
next?
Sake.
This was not
That's
an
not my bloody fault, is
influenza-induced
it?
seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the
I'm
continent.
not a doctor. I don't know what epinephrine does.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something
We
more
made a chest
vile in these
incision. I thought it
reactions.
would make
Something
sense to try and restart his heart.
primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
So, what I shouldn't have done is listened to her, cracked on, and then done the epinephrine, I guess.
thought you were here to test my bedside manners.
Oh shit. Is there no way I can like reload that? That's really shitty. I would quite happily go back in
So
time
what
and
do
fix
I
that
owe?
if I could.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Ooh, okay.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Oh, hint required. Ah. See, we missed something before coming to see her. Like, I hate this stuff. Right, okay. I look away, but you resign. I mean, she's trying to help people and blackmailing somebody. Or I murder her, which that's totally uncalled for, so I look away, but you resign.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
I'm gutted that we couldn't save this person's life. So we've leveled up. And failed. Great. Yeah, wonderful. Dorothy has a sister in Romania. What was that about? Right, so we failed because we didn't save the dude's life, and we can't heal anybody because we don't have any money, so that we can't get materials. We can't heal people, so that we can't get more hints. What am I supposed to do?
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Oh, I hope we managed to save the next person. I didn't realise I was supposed to study medicine myself. Okay, there's somebody down here. What are they doing down here?
The flu killed this one.
See them fast clothes? This was the top! Watch it! It's a killer! Boys, we've got one of them.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No. You're looking at the wrong person. Right. Man. The dodge is not far enough. It's like completely useless. No, stop switching targets. Oh, the combat is shite. What is it doing? I'm just facing stupid directions. I'm having a proper moan here. Oh, fuck. Alright, okay, I'm just getting out of here. This is ridiculous. No thanks. No thanks. Not interested. Oh good. No thanks. No thanks. You're not gonna let me escape here now, are you? No, just gonna get murdered because we're stuck in a dead end. Great. Okay. I want to leave, please.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Miss.
They're in the streets, not me.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stealing drugs from the sick.
It's locked, all right.
Gonna see if we can get back to the hospital.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Couple of people with fatigue, bronchitis. If we'd have cured his bronchitis before going to speak to her, maybe we would have been better off. I'm not sure how it works, but it's like you can't proceed with the story until you have the drugs, but you can't get the money for the ingredients for the drugs until you do the story, so you're kind of in a weird loop. But in any case, we're going to be right back, because I need to do some adult stuff and sort out my washing quickly. It should only take me about 5-10 minutes. And I'll be right back. So I'll leave the stream going, but I'll put it in be right back mode. Okay, we're back. We do need to make some cures. There's several people that need cures for that. We know there's a guy who needs bronchitis cure. There's a couple that need cures for colds. I think we did see one with pneumonia, but I can't cure that right now. I haven't seen anyone with anemia yet. I think we might do a few more fatigues. And cold. One can't do another bronchitis, but we can do another fatigue. So yeah, the main ones are opium and sodium hydrochloride. Oh, I can recycle these. Oh, excellent. Okay. So they're just random pills. Great. Yeah, I'd much rather have the components. Okay. Right, that frees us up. Let's sort our serums out. We'll make one pneumonia because we can, one anemia because we can. I no longer want to be in a position where I have to choose not to save somebody, if that makes sense. Okay. Back we go.
Believe I'm doing this.
Kill him, boys!
Nope. Not interested. Anywhere I can get out? Nope. Just that I'm not in any way prepared for a massive combat. I can't compete right now. It's ridiculous.
I'll kill it!
Why can I not just leave, man? I can't take this on right now. It's not gonna happen. Why are they forcing me to do these battles? Kiting simulator.
Crush the leech,
Who was
boys!
that at? Just wasted a load of blood a bit.
It's down! Finish it!
Oh, aim for the close one! Aim for the close one! What is this doing? I'm gonna have a moan. This is probably why I quit last time. Let's get his brother. Kill him. Right, okay, he's got the brother. It's one down. At least we can't get hit with long distance fire anymore.
Burn it, boys!
Dodge? No. Oh, why'd you insist on attacking the one with the armor? For fuck's sake, man. Fucking game. It just means, like, what I've done is I've just lost all of the blood that I've done, which just starts me back in a position where I'm even worse to try and take on this battle. There's nothing you can do about it. Let's put me back, look. 0 blood. What am I supposed to do? I can't make any more treatments. I can make blood serums, but I can't make the regeneration ones. I know I'm moaning, but like this is pathetic.
This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
If the game gave me any option, I would avoid this combat, because we're not ready for it.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
So I can run this way. Let's do this and try and get back. We'll go back to Whitechapel, see if we can cure some people.
I cannot enter. It's locked.
He's dead.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
Speak smart.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid
You don't seem well.
I always feel...
Treatment for migraine, yeah. I haven't unlocked that yet. Sorry, pal.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Colossus.
Cadogan Bates has a cold.
Mr. Bates.
Eve.
Since I took an oath,
Well, seen better death.
infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free?
Goodbye, Mr.
It makes his blood quality higher, so... If we come back, we can potentially sort him out.
Fancy bye.
You never...
So he's healthy.
Goodbye.
What about the thug?
You again?
He's healthy as well.
Goodbye.
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle.
the lady of the night.
Good
over
evening,
here,
Christina.
she
Change.
is fatigued.
Do you need any assistance? I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
That's okay. Does that mean you'll speak to us a bit more?
Christina, have you been...
I don't...
Considering your...
If it is going to happen...
You can put your own life...
And you think that would worry?
True. Why should she care about the blokes?
Goodbye, miss.
Okay, so maybe we'll get another opportunity to speak to her when she's better. This guy? Do we...
Good
able to
evening.
cure him for massive delirium? No, he's healthy.
I have...
Okay. The other guy had a cold, right? Around the back. Just hope we don't end up triggering this fight again. Nope, not interested. Not worth it. Okay, round we go. There he is.
Good evening, miss.
And good evening to...
You have a cold.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be what...
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
You're a helpless romantic.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Are you aware?
But this is where I must be.
I understand.
I don't care.
If some misfortune...
Well, you first.
Indeed.
May I ask what you're doing?
Not at all.
But are you not afraid?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in this band.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible...
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge...
What are you talking about? Yes. The enjoyable silence of the...
Most people fail to understand.
I'll leave you...
There we go. Whitechapel. So Christina is recovering. Clayton Darby has fatigue. He's in front of the church, so we can go and help him. Migraine we can't do. Bronchitis we can do. So we need to go and cure these two people. There's also a mystery person we haven't met yet. But we fixed most of the people in the region. Okay. Right, Clayton Darby. Your next step. he is.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you need assistance?
Perhaps I
That
can
would
help
be
you.
nice of you, Doctor.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
So this is after 1918 then, so the war's ended. Or it's very close to ending. Not sure. It was, like, wasn't it early 1918? I might be wrong. Somebody correct me on that, but I think that's when the ladies got the vote, right? My
Goodbye,
confusion
Mr. Darby.
is mainly because I'm trying to figure
Farewell.
out exactly when the game is set. Rather than anything else. But hey ho. Right, I want to go fix bronchitis, man. I don't know why I had the option to go up here, but there we go. It was probably to get down into this section.
I cannot enter.
Can I bust through the fence? No. Can I go even higher? Okay, moving on. Let's go fix bronchitis, dude.
Imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
Don't think I've been down here yet. It's an aggressive looking dude.
Stupid beast! Want some of that?
He was using gas. I haven't been in this direction either.
This is despicable.
There's a dude in there. Is there any way to get to him? Like, can we go across to that? And there's clearly a guy in that window. I don't know how we get to him.
Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my fault. Okay, one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other?
Oh, hang on. Here we go. Oh,
It's locked, all right.
but it's locked. Okay. Might be a battle or two in here. cigarette case and a ring. Cabinet with a bottle and some cigarette cases. Couple more. Some shillings. Okay, stairs that go up. And the room where we came in. Okay, up we go. New hideout. Okay, great. This should just lead out to the balcony we were just on, right? Fix as in kill him, fix. Sorry, mate, I missed that message. No. Fix as in provide him with the medication that he needs. There are a couple of people that are already looking like decent victims. There's a woman who's selling snake oil medicine, like a miracle cure, who I don't very like. Because I am a doctor and I'm trying to help people. So, if she continues to profit... There's also a landlord guy. But we've given him some medicine because his blood quality was poor. But I'm thinking, if we cure the landlord guy, we might go get him. And turn him into some vampire soup. Need more of that. Sodium hypochlorite. We do need some more of that. At least we got the zone now, but we got 2,000 XP, so let's level up a little bit. We're really struggling with the combat, and it's, I think primarily, is just my ability to keep going. So, blood absorption by 20% seems helpful, but then just the fact that I can't seem to keep dodging is the main one. So I need to be able to dodge. Level 10 required for that. Okay. So maybe we up our health to compensate. And then we're up to 800. So with that, let's do big first. Which means every time we bite somebody, we should be better off. Do that, and then hard biting does more damage when we bite. Okay, so we need a few more points. Rage. We need to unlock our ultimate at some point. That's fine. We'll figure this out later. Ah, yeah, so we should have healed some people. Futile police raids. Okay, so she's the pillar of the community, but we failed 2 of her hints. We fixed some people. We need to go and treat him for bronchitis. Cardigan Bates is looking like a worthy victim. And I think they want you to get him as well, because he's level 1. Darius Petrescu is definitely somebody I need to go and treat. Nothing I can do about his migraine. Oh yeah, my choice. actions have impacted the borough's economy. Right. Okay, let's go find Petrescu. So I kind of want to get the landlord for an XP boost. Are you ready? Are you ready, Mr. Dungeon T, for me to murder somebody who probably deserves it? So you should be healthy again now. This guy.
Mr. Baker.
Evening.
With one more hint we can potentially learn about him. So, yeah, before we kill him, we've got one more hint to get.
Goodbye, Mr. Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Doc.
We've stabilized it.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but that...
You have bronchitis, Mr. Petrescu. Let me treat you.
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It must be my lucky day.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Looking around to see if there's anything we missed.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, nurse. How should I address you? Dorothy? Dorothea? Miss Crane?
Dorothy is all right. If you don't mind me calling you Jonathan.
That's fine with me.
What can I do for you then, Jonathan?
How is the sanitary situation in Whitechapel?
I don't know whether you have undertaken your own patrols or examinations, but local health seems stable.
That's because I've been healing everybody.
How are things going in the dispensary?
Things are going fine since we made our arrangement.
Do you have many patients?
A few, but most of them just pass through and go back home, especially since those vigilantes stormed the building on the night you were here.
Have there been any more attacks by the uniformed men?
No. It looks like they have found another business to extort.
Okay.
How are things?
Things...
I hope you've stopped jeopardizing this facility with your illegal business, Dorothy.
Yes, I have. Most of the time. But the blackmail money is too useful to stop it completely. I just target less dangerous people.
Who is the current victim?
I would rather you did not know. You are my client, not my accomplice. Besides, I'm much more cautious since the first time you found me.
Why did you blackmail Lady Ashbury? She's a generous person. You could have asked her for money directly.
She killed those patients, I'm sure of that. I know you like her, but that gingerhead has a taste for blood.
Just because she doesn't have a soul.
Tell me about yourself, Dorothy.
There is not much to say. My real name is Dorothea Crasciunescu. I was born in Romania, and I may have been the best nurse Pembroke ever had, before you fired me.
Do you regret your time at Pembroke?
I miss the energy. There was so much to do, so much to learn. Even though I was double-crossing the board, I felt I was part of something worthwhile there.
Do you think about going back to Romania once the war is over and the epidemic here has been contained?
Jonathan, this war will be over long before you will see any improvement in Whitechapel's sanitary situation.
Do you need medical help, Dorothy?
I'm a professional nurse. Rest assured, I'll ask for your help if I need it.
Do you trust me?
You forced me to resign after you caught me trying to save a dying patient. Of course I trust you. You're a blackmailer, just like me.
Are you not afraid of dying? The epidemic is deadly and very contagious.
I'm more afraid of being locked in a cell. I've seen what most hospitals do to the sick staff. They keep them hidden to avoid panic.
Okay. I think that's all we can learn for now.
Show me what you haven't.
So the one we seem to be always lacking is this hypochlorite. Strange formula. So she has things that we can learn. So I definitely want to buy that. Right, now she's given me that. That makes me want to find a workbench. I wonder if there's one in the hospital. We know there are in the safe houses, but
even the flu is no match. Good evening.
I wonder if we can get any more out of this woman. She's the other potential target.
Tell me. Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Good evening.
I'm afraid.
Oh, that's migraine. We need to sort him out.
A gun, alcohol.
Okay, let's see if we can find our way back to that spot. It's over here, I think. See if we can learn any
take a look. Don't be afraid.
So it's through here. Up there. Up there. In here. Analyze. Aha! More drugs. Headache, migraine, neuralgia. So we know somebody has a migraine, so we need opium. Somebody back at the office had a headache as well. So we'll get that. I haven't noticed anybody with neuralgia yet. Maybe the woman who thinks she's a vampire. But we can come to that. Opium we need for a migraine cure. sucks. I have to walk all the way back to this woman to buy opium. But we'll do what we gotta do.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Maybe it's time to see if this Christine is still working.
Here we go. Dorothea,
Welcome
sell
back,
me your
Jonathan.
opium.
Show me what.
Opium. There it is. By multiple. I would like 4 of your finest opiums. Thank you. Okay. Back to the workshop. Let's make this cure. Oh, hang on. There's shillings in that truck.
Working nearby. Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on, Barry.
Okay, workbench. Give me a cure for a migraine. Oh. 8 opium I need. That's annoying. I thought we had enough. Right, well, okay. We tried. So we know what we need. We need to go and find more opium. Just continue with the quest, I guess, for now. If we stabilize areas, there should be less combat, right? Right, now those are vampire hunters, so we don't want to deal with them. Supposedly, we are now level 11.
I have this thirst for blood.
Let's go trigger this boss fight, see if we can win it. And I will try my hardest not to moan.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Get back in the train! Cross the leech, boys!
I really don't like the targeting system in this. suffering. Does seem to be just a case of keep kiting and probably be fine. The brothers left. Just the brothers. Is it just the brothers left? No, there's still 3. What happened there then? The third one.
Cross the leech, boys!
They just keep summoning more. Brother's dead. Alright, okay. It's a good start.
Burn it, boys!
How did he get me through the floor?
Cross the leech! Burn it, boys! Die, vermin!
They do, they just keep spawning them in. Doesn't seem very fair. I mean, I did select normal difficulty mode. Maybe just one minute. Oh, not if you do 2 at a time, though, for fuck's sake. Ah. Okay, let's get out of here. Try and recover a little bit. Come see me. Don't worry. Alright, we've nearly got him. Nearly got him. Alright, that's one down. Okay, that was a hell of a fight. Why did we end up in that situation? And no loot! You don't get any loot for the boss fights. The amount of stuff I've had to use to complete that, and they give me nothing. Nothing. That's insane. I tell you what, the boss fights are disappointing. They really are. The controls are not good at all. And you don't get any loot for doing it, despite having killed... How many did we kill there? Like 6? Ridiculous. Anyway, let's head home and hope we don't hit another one on the way home. Gonna run into some scows now, probably. Report to Lady Ashby. she should be downstairs. There's a bunch of people that will need help from us as well. Where's Tasha? I still haven't been upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs. I wonder if there's anything that's up here that's been stored. Nope, just a dead end. Maybe we can go up there later. What's in here?
I cannot enter.
Locked door. We gonna see Dr. Swansea? Not now. Hey. Thelma Howcroft is supposedly healthy. Pippa Hawkins, Harriet Jones, healthy. Healthy. Teach me your ailments. Dr. Waverley is fatigued. Let's go help him.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with this myself. I've just not taken the time to do so.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity between professionals.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from you, Dr. Reed. We do not see you in surgery very often.
Just cured his ailments and he's still angry with me.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
I see.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Very well.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Indeed. New hint available. He disapproves of modern medicine methods. And he knows Harvey Fiddick and Thora Strickland. That's a man who needs curing from fatigue. And he's here in the hospital, so we need to find Harvey Fiddick. And we need to treat Beatrice Kozik. And Thomas Elwood is also fatigued. Everybody's fatigued. Fatigue. Headache over here. Oswald Thatcher. Milton Hooks. Fatigued. Okay.
Thank you.
If we can, I think we should go and make some more medicine for fatigue, because it seems like everybody needs that treatment. So we'll go back on up to our office. Grab some hypochlorite on the way past, which will definitely allow us to make a fatigue medication or two. Yeah, here we go. So we've only got one left. So craft, 3. Okay, we can heal 3 people of their fatigue issues. So I think it might be important to prioritize the staff. So let's go deal with the nurses, because nurses that are tired and unable to treat people.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed. Mr. Elwood, because he's closer.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
How is your...
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you...
It's the pain, sir.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
You don't seem worried.
My face hurts so much more when I...
Can I do anything?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills.
It's the pain. I've given him something for his fatigue, but I'm not sure how to help his pain. Maybe we'll know more when he recovers. Yeah, that's definitely all we can do.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
More hypochlorite. Okay.
It's here again.
Just need to keep grabbing these drug bits.
Oh, God.
Rakesh has fatigue. We'll return to him when we can. Harriet Jones is healthy. Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver. We need our ambulance driver to not be fatigued.
Good evening, Milton.
Good.
Let's sort him out.
Do you need any medical help?
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. And thanks, anyway.
Goodbye, Milton.
You look exhausted. You're pushing yourself too hard. You don't have to bear the burden.
More
Perhaps I
opium.
should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
She has fatigue.
Do you require medical...
I will be fine.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse.
A lot of fatigue treatments. Okay. Chidana still needs one, so I think with the bits that we've been collecting around the hospital, I'm hoping we'll be able to sort out our last... He's recovering. We've treated him already. Harvey Fiddick has fatigue. Harvey Fiddick is there. We need to treat him as well. We head outside. We can zip up to our bedroom. We are where I thought we were. Good stuff. Treatment for fatigue. 2 of those. Lots of people stricken with fatigue at the moment. Okay, let's go help.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Is there anything else?
Really? Why is no...
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
There we go.
Tell me about you.
I'm just a regular guy.
I was more curious about what you would...
I'm a carpenter. And a good one.
Are you satisfied?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be...
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Okay.
Goodbye
So
for now.
many hints to find. Let's go talk to Tajana.
It's locked.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical?
Well, the proximity of the dead is...
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
A pawnbroker?
Yes, sir.
Who comes here to trade?
I'm very cautious, sir.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always...
There we go.
Goodbye, Mr.
Never ceases.
There's one more person we need to cure. That person has a headache, and I think there's a good chance he's still in the sewers. Which is kind of weird, but... Oh, there's an unknown over there. Yeah, we do need to go and talk to her, but... not yet. There's Clay Cox. Oswald Thatcher with a headache. There he is.
Please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted with.
It is true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
There we go.
Mr. Thatcher.
No.
I understand what you mean.
No. Nobody...
Why were you locked?
I went by the canal.
Why did you run?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital.
Tell me about your claustrophobia.
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with...
New hint available.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you...
No!
An irrational fear like yours?
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please.
Yes, I am.
Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
What happened when you were buried?
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Oh dear. That's interesting.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Goodbye, Mr.
Okay, we've got more of a conversation to have with who's dearly beloved, wherever he is. Is he up there? Newton Blight, yeah, that's the chap. Up the stairs. Hello!
Hello again,
For some
Mr.
reason,
Blight.
as you're
I'm
doctor,
happy to
getting
see
overly
Mr.
involved.
Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated.
Can you speak?
Rats, sir.
You are always welcome at the...
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital.
Perhaps he needs to reach that...
Could you speak to him?
Yes.
What can you tell me about the war?
War was...
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Well, it's the 1900s, I would advise caution,
Maybe
I
a
guess.
time will come when you'll not have to hide who you are. But for now, I can only advise caution.
I know, Dr. Reed. Oswald wouldn't survive behind bars. I wouldn't live long if we were separated.
Phobia of rats.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
I wonder if that's opened up any more dialogue options.
Good evening.
Evening, Doc.
It has.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
Have I exhausted all the options?
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
We fought for England, but England won't fight for us.
It's locked, all right.
I'm gonna chat to him one more time, just see if anything else has happened. Pretty sure that's their storyline concluded there.
I cannot enter.
How did he get in there?
We're not in the middle of a battlefield anymore.
I don't know. Maybe once he's healed from his headache.
England won't fight for us.
What was up with this guy again? He's healed now, though, right? Now he's healthy. Has he got
Hey,
anything new
Doc.
to say? No.
I'll leave you.
Okay. Let's go talk to Lady Asprey. Oh dear. She's a murderer.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, Suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad?
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Okay, that's all my questions. Oh, maybe not.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Okay.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Okay.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Okay.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Stamina. There we go.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
There we go. Okay. So, next episode, we'll go talk to Dr. Swansea. Thanks very much for stopping by, if you did. And we'll catch you in the next one. Just a quick reminder, if you feel like coming back and joining us, feel free to scan the QR code, our Discord, in the bottom left corner. If you fancy picking up this game for less yourself, go ahead and use the Kinguin QR code to the right, or the link in the Discord chat, and that will take you across to my affiliate link on Kinguin, which will get you discounts on CD keys, which you can then claim on Steam. Thanks very much. Catch you next time.